Hi, I'm Charlie and back, and welcome back to the Hismario123 show. Have you heard of Mario games on PC? Mario games, of course, are normally on the Nintendo consoles. Started on the NES, or technically started in the arcades with the arcade game Donkey Kong and then Mario Bros. But his first console appearance, or home appearance, normally, you would all know, is the Nintendo Entertainment System, or Famicom as it's known in Japan. The arcade games, Donkey Kong and Mario Bros. And Donkey Kong Jr. They didn't release in that order, but whatever. So back then, Nintendo were licensing out Donkey Kong and Mario to a few companies, and then we got a few re-releases of those games, like Donkey Kong coming to the Atari 7800 in like 1988. That's insane. Super Mario Bros. 3 in Japan was out by then. That's not really the weird part. We're only just beginning. Have you heard of the company Hudson Soft? Obviously used to develop between Mario Party 1 and Mario Party 8 all of the Mario Party games. See, there was a few. There was like Punchball Mario Bros, which was sort of like a PC port of Mario Bros. There was a Donkey Kong one, there was another Mario Bros one. But the most interesting one, Super Mario Bros. Special, a officially licensed sort of PC port of the original Super Mario Bros. This is what Super Mario Bros. Special does on PC. Super Mario Bros. Special also adds a few more power-ups like the Hudson Bee and a few others. It even adds the hammer from Donkey Kong into a 2D platformer. And I must say, that's a pretty solid idea from Hudson Soft. But this only began Mario's adventures on PC. These games also came, or most of them anyway, came to the NES and SNES because this was at a time when the SNES were out. There are 5 games in the Mario Discovery series. The first one being Mario is Missing. This is the PC. There is also a NES version and an SNES version. This also is the first game ever where Luigi is player 1. And then there was Mario's Time Machine, which was another history-like game where you go back in time to learn history. All of those games, well, the Mario early years actually didn't come to the NES. They only went to the SNES. But Mario's Time Machine did go to the NES and SNES and PC. And that was the Mario's Discovery series. But Mario has never really came back to PC officially ever again. And it probably never will. Again, sort of. See, this game, it's in Japanese, but it's Mario vs. Donkey Kong Tipping Stars, was actually written in HTML, which means that this game can be played on PC. It's already on Wii U and 3DS, and if you have a Japanese copy, it comes with a physical disc in it. Download code for the 3DS. But this game is also technically sort of a PC Mario game, but also not really. Fun little other fact, in the source code for the GameCube game Pikmin, there's actually a PC port of Pikmin. That's just in the files. It's a developer version of Pikmin, yes, but it is still an official PC port, only available if you look into the files of the GameCube disc. The Wario platforming franchise is a very interesting thing to talk about. I'm talking about the Wario Land series that actually expands to Wario World. Now, the Wario Land series actually started as the Super Mario Land series. So, Wario was introduced in Super Mario Land 2 as the villain of the game. Wario is the main star and the guy you're playing as. Now, I want you to guess what the next game in the Wario Land franchise is. Is it A, Wario Land 2, B, Wario World, C, Virtual Boy Wario Land, or D, Wario Land The Shake Dimension, the one I held up before? That's the second Wario Land game. So Virtual Boy Wario Land obviously released on the Virtual Boy console, Nintendo's most unsuccessful console, but it was actually the best game on the Virtual Boy. But then yeah, Wario Land became a fully fledged franchise. Wario World is a 3D platforming Wario game. I really don't know much about it. I know it's got something to do with his castle. Wario always has to have a castle. It's sort of like a sequel to the Wario Land games. The next game was Wario Masters of the Sky. In this game, Wario gets sucked into a TV. And it's a 2D platformer, not a Wario Land game, not Wario World, it's Wario Masters of the Sky. What the hell is Wario Masters of the Sky? This is once again a game I have never played. I can't imagine it being the best of all time. I can't imagine it being terrible either. I feel like it's just some game, but then finally we get the return of the Wario 2D platformer in the Wario Land series, with Wario Land either Shake It or the Shake Dimension, depending on what country you live in. I don't know why they changed the name. I think the Shake Dimension makes more sense because the game is about the Shake Dimension. Shake It also makes sense because you shake the Wii remote. Now, Wario Land the Shake Dimension, although being a very quality game, has this really weird thing that has put me off from ever fully completing the borders, and it's in 4x3. Why is it in 4x3? It's a Wii game. You can go 16:9. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm talking about aspect ratio. If you're watching this channel, you're already a nerd about Nintendo games. I feel like you probably know what an aspect ratio is. Obviously, I did not buy this game when it came out. This is a pre-owned copy. I don't think I've ever opened it before. But that is where Wario platformers end. Of course, I would love for there to be a new Wario platformer. And technically, so, the NES came out, as many of you know. Sega also had a console of their own called the Sega Master System. And they wanted to create a character that was as popular as Mario and be like their mascot. So they created, obviously, and it got to the point because obviously everyone's played World 1-1. It's the level that's replayed the most. When Super Mario Bros. 35 was online and you tried to play 99% of the time, the level you would play was level 1-1. Everyone knows, you run forward, Goomba, go to a question mark block, mushroom, jump over a few pipes, get invisible 1-up. Maybe go in the pipe, maybe don't, then get a fire flower, then get the star, then run through all the enemies, go up the flagpole, and then you beat the level. Everyone knows that. This level you can just speed through, and Sonic is made to specifically gain momentum and go faster and faster and faster, running at the speed of sound. Got places to go, gotta find my own way. Can't stick around, just have to keep moving on. Guess what lies ahead? Only one way to find out. Must keep on moving ahead. Sonic, you can run really fast, and this seemed like the perfect way to beat Mario. And then we got the term blast processing. This was the main thing to beat the Super Nintendo. Blast processing. 16-bit blast processing. That's better than good old Mario over there. What's he doing? Running around with Yoshi? Who cares? Yeah, blast processing, unless you're in Europe, where the game runs incredibly slowly and has a really weird blue border like it's a Scott the Woz video. Because of, you know, the PAL region for a long time using 50 Hz instead of 60 Hz, they did not optimize Sonic the Hedgehog for European/Australian regions. Yeah, don't play this version of the game. They did fix the problems for Sonic 2, don't worry. And when I say quackers, that's the end of the episode. Well, that was certainly a stream. I got no viewers. But it did make filming this a lot easier. Shut up, me. So, thanks for watching the VOD. And tame your phone. Bye.